I know we all love a good luxurious brush which is soft and fluffy and everything nice, but are we willing to pay so much for these luxurious brushes? I know brushes are the last thing that people want to spend their money on. We all go for expensive luxurious makeup products, but when it comes to makeup brushes, we try and search on Amazon for some cheap affordable brushes which work fine. But today I have heard your request and today we are going to review a very affordable Mars makeup brush set and see if this gives any competition to our luxury makeup brush. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing great. This is me Priya Sharma. I'm a makeup enthusiast and make makeup related videos on YouTube. So without any further ado, let's just get started with the video. So today we are reviewing the Mars Artist Arsenal brush set and this is what the outer packaging of the brush set looks like. Now let me open it. And it has this kind of packaging and it does not come in those containers that hold makeup brushes. So I know we love a good container with our brush set, but that's not an issue because we are getting these brushes for such cheap prices. They are so affordable that we can sacrifice on that. So this brush set retails for 1199 rupees, but you can get it for cheaper from Amazon, Nykaa, Purple or Mars site itself. They always have some amazing deals or offers going on. So you can get it for somewhere around 800 to 1100 rupees. So we are getting even more discount on this. So this brush set contains a blush brush, a foundation brush. This is a multi-purpose fluffy brush. This is again a big eyeshadow fluffy brush. Then this is a small fluffy brush. And then we have a flat brush. So firstly, I'll talk about the handle of the brush. The handle is very sturdy. It looks very nice. And I've been using these brushes for a while. So the handle does not separate from the brush. They stay intact. I've washed them, I've used them, nothing happens to them. They are sturdy and just good enough. They are aesthetically very pleasing. They are very beautiful. I love the golden shade. I think the color gives a very luxurious feel to the entire brush set. We love a good handle and this brush set has that for sure. Now talking about the bristles are very soft. You can see that how soft they are. They do not poke at all. I love the bristles. They are very similar to what we get in luxury brushes. Now talking about this particular brush, this is a flat kabuki brush used for foundation. You can either drag it or just use it in stippling motions, work well in both ways. And the bristles are dense as well as fluffy. So this brush has the best of both worlds for foundation application. Now let's put on some foundation and see how this performs. So I've primed my face using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm using the Fit Me foundation in the shade 128. You can see there are no brush marks whatsoever on my face. There is a flawless base, no brush strokes, no brush marks, nothing of that sort. It has blended very beautifully and my face looks like a blank canvas right now. No shadows, no nothing. It just looks very nice without any brush marks. So the brush performed very beautifully. This brush has performed very beautifully. Not once it has poked on my face. The bristles are so smooth and soft. It just feels like a beauty blender or a fluffy cushion on my face. It is literally the best affordable brush that I've used. It is amazing. No marks, nothing of that sort. Also, either you drag it or you stipple it. There is no difference. It will not leave any brush marks. On the neck, I've used circular motions. If I can even drag it or stipple it, there is no difference. It will just not leave any brush marks of any sort. So if you have a lot of brushes and you have a brush set but you are looking for just one good foundation brush, you can get this one because Mars Cosmetics is selling this individually as well. So I'm taking a beauty blender to blend half of my face with this so that you can see if there is any difference. So I've blended this side with the blender and then on this side I have the foundation applied with the brush. So the only difference that I can see on the blender side is that it has picked up any of the excess product. So this side is not that shiny as this one is. You can see it is glowy and then this one is not that glowy as this side is. Only thing that blender does is it picks up the excess product and we have smooth base on both the sides. If you want to use both, you can use both as well. Just apply and blend the foundation with a brush and then you can pick up the excess product with the blender. So I've color corrected and concealed my eyelids off camera because This brush set definitely has a brush that we can use for concealer, but I really want to use this for powdering my face or maybe for my eyeshadow blending, so I've not used this for my cream product. So you can definitely use one of these brushes for your concealer if you want to. I'll keep them for the powdering. So I have applied concealer and foundation on my face. So now I'm powdering my face using this brush. This is a fluffy powder brush. You can use it for blush, anything that you want. So I'm using this to powder my face. And again, this brush is very soft. There is 0% of poking on my face. There's not even one bristle that is poking my face right now. For powdering my under eyes, I have these two fluffy brushes, and for that I'm using this bigger one to powder my under eyes. Till now I have used the big foundation brush, this brush for powdering my face, and this brush for powdering my under eyes. So talking about these two brushes, they are very soft, and especially for applying the powder, it is super duper comfortable on the face. The bristles are absolutely gorgeous, and same for this one, it fits under my eyes perfectly. This is a perfect size brush because it was very simple to just powder my under eyes very easily. I can go even here without any trouble. We cannot do these things with the bigger brush, so I always prefer a smaller fluffy brush for just powdering the under eyes. This is an amazing brush for that, and later on I will use this brush for my eyeshadow as well. So these two brushes are also amazing. Now I will start with my eye look. So for that I am just baking my under eyes so that if there is any fallout, it will catch it and not ruin my base. So for my eye look, I'm using this big fluffy brush to give a wash of color to my eyelid, and I'm using this shade Ginger on my crease area. This brush has very beautifully blended the entire eyeshadow on my lid. I am loving the edges. It has given a very diffused look. Then I have a very nice wash of color on my crease. This brush has performed very beautifully. The bristles were not at all pokey, very soft while blending. I was loving the feeling of this brush, and I'm loving how this brush has performed. It is amazing. I love this brush. Now I'm using this small fluffy brush to just focus the dark brown shade and just blend it up very nicely and see how this performs. For this I'm using this shade, the Preppy Pecan, the dark brown shade from this palette. Both the brushes have performed very beautifully in terms of blending. I'm loving how I have the softened effect of the brown at the edges. There is no harsh line, no nothing. The smaller brush has very beautifully packed the darker brown shade. It takes a lot of color picking up and depositing when you want such a rich color to the eyes, but this brush has done it very easily and very beautifully. I'm loving the overall look. It is just very beautiful, and I've just done it with these two brushes. No other brush is used in doing this look. I am loving how these two have performed. The performance of these two brushes is commendable. Literally, I love these two brushes. Especially, I am loving the eye look. Just loving it. Now I will use this smudger brush to put on all the shades I've put on my eyelids on the lower lash line as well. And then I will use a black eyeshadow to just smudge out, giving it a smudged out eyeliner effect. And I will do the same thing on my lower lash line as well. So I'm using this shade first. Now moving on to the darker shade, I will use this shade to just deepen my lower lash line. Now I will use this black shade to create that smudged out eyeliner effect on the lower as well as the upper lash line. So I'm done with the eye look. I've applied kajal in my waterline and applied an eyelash, and this is what it looks like. I am loving the eye look. The brushes have performed very beautifully. This brush has just smudged the eyeliner so beautifully. This brush is best for eyeshadow application on the waterline. You cannot use this as a flat brush for doing the cut crease because it is thick from here, and that might just ruin your cut crease. You can even put pigments with this, but it is definitely not made for cut crease. But these three eye brushes are literally holy grails. I love them. All of them have performed so nicely. You can see how the eye look has turned out, and it literally took me 5 minutes to do this eye look. It looks so beautiful, so glammed up. I love this eye look personally. You have now seen the eye look tutorial as well, so this eye look is just perfect for beginners because you can do it so easily. So yeah, these brushes and this eye look is great combination for beginners. If you have no clue how to do an eye look, you can try this and these brushes. So I'll come back after doing my other eye as well. So I'm done with my eye look, and now it's time to put on some contour, and for that I'm using this powder brush and I'm cleaning it using a dry brush cleaner. Now that the brush is all clean, I'm using contour powder to contour my face. So this is the before and this is the after. I love how this brush has contoured my face. There are no harsh lines I can see, and there is a very nice seamless blending of the contour. There is no starting or ending line. There is just a beautiful blend we can see. So yeah, I am loving how this brush has performed. For contouring the nose, I'm taking the small fluffy brush and just using my dry brush cleaner to clean this. So now it's time to put on some blush, and for that I'm using this blush brush. It is a very nice and fluffy brush. Let's try this. So I'm using this blush. This is in the shade Bliss Peach 02, and let's see how this performs. So this is the before and this is the after. You can see how beautifully the brush has blended the blush. There are no harsh lines, no patchiness going on. There is just a smooth color on the face, and that's how beautifully this brush performs. It gives a very uniform and a very beautiful smooth layer of blush and a smooth layer of color to the face, and the bristles are obviously very soft. I just love how this brush performs. So we are done with the last brush also, that is the blush brush, and it performed very beautifully, and you can see how much I love the overall look that the brushes has given. So I'm just left with one thing, and I will be using one of these brushes, and that is the big fluffy brush, and I will use it to apply highlighter. Firstly, I will clean it with my dry brush cleaner, and then we'll put on some highlighter. So I'm done with the highlighter, and this brush has applied the highlighter very beautifully. There is very beautiful blending of highlighter going on. I am loving how this brush has performed. And now that we're done with all the brushes, let me give you my final views on this brush set. So starting with the first brush that we use, this flat top kabuki foundation brush is just absolutely beautiful. This is my favorite brush to apply the foundation. It leaves no strokes or marks at all. You can either drag it or just stipple it. It is beautiful when it comes to foundation application. It applies it very beautifully, very evenly. It does not absorb that much product. You can see the bristles are not that dirty. It applies the foundation very uniformly. The bristles are very soft. It is enough dense and enough fluffy, so you get the best of both worlds when it comes to this brush. The handles is super duper luxurious. So yeah, in all, this brush is just heaven for your foundation application. So love this foundation brush. Next thing that we did in our makeup was the eye look. So moving on to the eye brushes, these are the 3 eye brushes that this set has, and these 2 are just the best brushes ever. I love how this brush is fluffy enough and dense enough to pack on the product and also blend it. It has helped me majorly in applying this brown shade, and I'm loving how this brown shade looks. This is the best brush for eye looks. I love this brush. I have no words to explain this. And then comes this brush. This is such a multi-purpose brush. I cannot even tell you. You can use this for applying highlighter. You can use this for applying powder underneath the eye. And then you can use this for your crease application of the eyeshadow. अब इसकी जान लोगे क्या, इतना कुछ, मतलब it can do anything and everything that you can think of. This is again my favorite brush, and now I will say that for all the brushes. So yeah. So now that we're done with these 2, let me talk about this brush. So this brush is very nice if you want to apply eyeshadow on your lower lid, because it is like, it has the best kind of shape for the lower lash smudging. Like, it is fluffy, so the eyeshadows can be blended, and it is just the best shape for eyeshadow application on the lower lash line. So I find this brush to be very nice, and I love how it smudged that black on my eyelid. I think no other brush does it better than this one, for sure. And now I'm left with 2 brushes, starting with this one. This is a medium-sized powder brush, and I love the size of this. You can use it to bake very easily. You can use it as an overall powder brush. You can use it as a contour brush. You can use it as a blush brush. इसकी भी जान लोगे क्या अब? So this brush is amazing. It does everything. So this is soft enough, gentle enough for your face. None of the bristles poke. I love this brush again. So this is again a very beautiful brush and a very multi-purpose brush. So now we are left with this brush. This is the blush brush, and let me tell you, I love this brush, and let me tell you why. If you guys have not seen my pack brush video, you can check that out, because I have a dupe over here. So this is the pack blush brush, and then we have the Mars blush brush. So this one retails for somewhere around 500 rupees, and then we have a dupe over here. Both the brushes are very similar. This is just a little more dense, and then this one is soft and fluffy and gentle. So we have tubes. So this brush is amazing. It applies very nicely and it hugs the cheek very beautifully. So this is an amazing blush brush. So I'm done with all the brushes, and now you know which brushes you should buy, and that means all of them, because I love all of them, and you can obviously pick and choose whichever you want, but I will definitely suggest you to at least buy them once. They are amazing. So if you are a beginner and you're looking for a good brush set, this is it. If you're a beginner and you do not want to compromise on the quality but you do not want to pay a lot for it, this is the best brush set ever. And if you're a professional, same goes for you guys. This is a good quality brush with amazing price. It's the best brush set ever in terms of quality and price. So I love this brush set, and I think you should definitely have this one in your face. So if you still want me to talk about the pros of this brush, let me just do it one final time. So it has a very luxurious feel. The bristles are very soft. The handle is very sturdy. It does not damage even after washing. There will be no loss of bristles in your washing. And then it is very affordable. You get all the brushes you need in just one set, and you can buy them individually as well. And talking about the cons, there are no cons. I love all the brushes and everything about this brush set. Also, if you guys are confused between the Mars brush set and the Swiss Beauty brush set, the next review I will be uploading will be of Swiss Beauty brush set, and after that I will upload a comparison of both the brush sets. So just stay tuned and just subscribe so that you get notification whenever I upload that video. Also, just for you guys, I have made an Instagram account so that if you guys have any suggestions, you can just directly DM them to me, and then I will make the videos accordingly. So yeah, here is my Instagram account. Please go and follow that too, because I upload videos on that too. So yeah, this is it for the video. I hope you guys love the review. If you end up buying this brush set, please do let me know in the comment section below. And if you like the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to my YouTube channel.